cloudier, but it's so nice to see a calm forecast. You see the sun mixing with clouds throughout this afternoon. As our highs make their way to the low 50s, that is cooler than yesterday, but it's close to the seasonable average. And just given the fact that there's no rain or snow in today's forecast for that busy travel day, looks just fine. Looking at the travel forecasts across the country, the West Coast quiet, the East Coast quiet, the midsection of the country has a storm system moving through it. If you're flying to Denver today, be aware they have snow chances. Over into the Great Plains, there's some rain falling. And that's the system that makes its way to us tomorrow. So this is the travel forecast tomorrow. And the eastern seaboard is going to be wet. West Coast and central U.S. back to quiet conditions on Thanksgiving itself, but tomorrow is going to be a soaker. And that takes us to the all-important Thanksgiving Day parade forecast. I know a lot of people heading out to the parade route tomorrow. Ponchos, umbrellas, brace for the rain because the showers should show up by sunrise, and they're steady throughout the morning and afternoon tomorrow. Behind this, the coldest air of the seasons, there's so much to talk about in the forecast. I'll have that coming.
So much to talk about. Let's also talk about our roadways because we got to talk about this holiday travel crush. As millions head out for the holidays, the Port Authority, they expect more than 5.5 million drivers to use bridges and tunnels during the peak Thanksgiving travel period.
And if you wanted to beat the traffic, you just barely missed the window. It was literally minutes ago. The best time to hit the roads was before 10 a.m. The worst time is really this afternoon between 1 and 5.
Okay, so that's the bad news. You missed the window. There's got to still be some good news, right? And for the good news, we'll bring in Eyewitness News reporter Shantae Lands at a rest stop along the New Jersey Turnpike this morning with that part of our coverage. Give us the good news, Shantae.
Danny, Michelle, Pedro, good morning. So the good news is that gas prices are down, but back to the bad news. You're going to be in a traffic jam, likely to get it if you don't head out like right about now. This parking lot, however, in Ridgefield, New Jersey is packed. Folks here got the right idea. They're heading out. They're on their way. But if you take your eyes up a little bit higher, that's the New Jersey Turnpike. And as we can see here, traffic so far so good is flowing nicely. Across the New York City metropolitan area and really most of the United States today will be one of the worst driving days of this holiday season. According to AAA, a record 71 million people will hit the roads. That's a 1.3 million people jump from last year. Well, here at this rest stop, I spoke with people from all over the tri-state area, all the way down to D.C., up to Boston, heading out in every which direction ahead of Thanksgiving.
I left at 7. There's been no traffic, but I'm trying to beat it this morning.
Not too bad. Yeah. We're got out early, so hopefully we'll get there before we hit any bad traffic.
We were going from Boston down to D.C. area, so we're about halfway.
Okay.
It's ambitious. It's not going well. Both our children got car sick about an hour ago, so we stopped. We're cleaning up, taking a breather, and we're getting back on the road.
So traffic's not the issue, it's the kiddos.
It's the kids. Traffic, which I think I blame the traffic for the car sickness.
Yeah, that's not a good time for that mom. Per AAA, 80 million people will travel 50 miles or more. Gas is down 41% in New York since January. Taking a look at the bridges and tunnels, the Port Authority says 5.5 million people are expected to travel this holiday weekend. So once again, if you can, get on the road as early as possible. Live in Ridgefield, New Jersey, Shantae Lands, Channel 7 Eyewitness News, and a happy early Thanksgiving, guys.
You too.
At this point, they should just finish watching us.
And just leave it on.
Just leave it on.
Leave it on and go. Go to Grandma's house. Thank you, Shantae. For a look overhead, John Del Giorno.